Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. He'll take this at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Henry on second. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Henry running to the left. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Blitz coming, Lamar. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making were to check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Let's get set. 11 empty.
They've got a man in motion.
That.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Gun. That. 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. That.
Burrow from the gun. On target to his man Higgins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Gotta go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Got his target. It's Higgins. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin.
Thomas.
They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's on the move. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
11. Stop.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Stop.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Here we go. Stop.
A give left side to Brown. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get the game's first points here in the second. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. His pass caught by Allen. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
11 MT, take. Stop.
Brown on the inside give. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Pass come along the sideline by Gesicki. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Play action now. Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Get set. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Working quickly here.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Trying for it with Burrow. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Broke through the tackle. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Ravens at a deficit. They'll come up 1st and 10. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
2nd down. Jackson to pass. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. T.J. Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
A tight end in motion now.
Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Cincinnati. To block this offense, looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Caught by Flowers. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. From the 27. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Lamar throwing again. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up first and 10. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30.
On one, ready?
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas. Stop.
First down, Burrow to throw. He puts everything behind this one. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 44. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Hey, we got to keep scoring.
Offense up to the line fast.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
11, 11.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
11, 11. Stop.
From the 47. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
It's just set. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I would expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Burrow from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Handoff headed left to Brown. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11 MT tank.
2nd and 10 now. Forced out to his right. He can run it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
On third down, here's Burrow. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Ravens take over first down here at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. From the gun, a run for Henry. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Only a yard for him that time, so now third and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Big gain downfield. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
A less than ideal third and 8 here. Now it's Jackson. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
The drive starts with a run by Moss. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Back at the 27.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
Play action now. Burrow. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our third quarter. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, here we go. Thomas.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
11 MT, 11 MT.
1 yard gain brings up second and
11, 11.
At the 42-yard line.
11, 11, 11, 11.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the... They did it! He made the interception! Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens have some new life in the fourth. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not taking anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
Breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush down now to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 20 on second down. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Turning to Henry on third. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
This game of today, Kate, in so many ways is so different than the game I played. But that's a call that I can close my eyes and still remember. All you do as a QB is just look. It just takes a look at the big guys up front saying, give me a push, and I'll do the rest.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Pistol snap to Jackson. This one's caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11. God!
They'll try it right with Brown. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, go score. Let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
God!
Here's Brown again. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Here we go. God!
Here we go, 2nd and very long. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals don't want to see this one go to overtime. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Get set. 11. God!
Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
No, we changed it.
Back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Another run for Henry. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down.
And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown! Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30.
On 2, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
Here he is to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw.
On 1, ready?
And now they face 2nd down.
Here we go. Dot.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Nate Wiggins has got it. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.